medical news tonight. A chip the size of a grain of rice could save your life.
7's on call with Dr. Jay Adlersberg. Jay?
Sade, Diana, what happens if you're in a bad accident and can't communicate with emergency workers and doctors? New microchip technology now makes it possible for the emergency room staff to find out about your medical history at the touch of a computer key. In an emergency room, a split-second decision can mean the difference between life and death.
So many emergency physicians have to operate blind. We have to make medical decisions not knowing what medicines you take or what allergies you have.
Hi, Dr. Amaka. We're going to check your scan today, okay?
Harvard Dr. John Halomka says this radio frequency identification chip may solve that problem. He had it implanted in his right upper arm. A scanner reads an identification number. Those 16 digits are then entered into a secure website where his medical history is stored. EMT worker Brian Orsatti says the chip could help emergency workers.
Yeah, obviously, Secretary Thompson, it's an honor to have him on our board of directors. And as he stated all along, when the infrastructure is in place, he will get a chip.
That could be 2050.
Let me finish. We now have over 60 hospitals that have agreed to implement the system, so that time is nearing. And I spoke with Secretary Thompson yesterday, and we believe it's in the very near future that he will get a chip.
We saw in part 1 that Lucifer first has to accomplish 6 steps until he can establish the mark of the beast. So in my prayer, what I got from the Holy Spirit is that the mark of the beast is the AIDC technology, which results in the RFID chip. And I will tell you guys why. Let's go to Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And she will cause everyone, small and great, wealthy and poor, free and servant, to have a character on their right hand or on their foreheads, so that no one may buy or sell unless he has the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Whoever has intelligence, let him determine the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. At this present time, the AIDC and the RFID technology, they are based in our everyday life, and especially in all types of commercial transaction and arrangements all over the world to buy or sell. You have RFID chips in banknotes, in checks, in credit cards, everything, even to open doors, everything is made today of the RFID chip technology, which results from the AIDC technology. Let's go for the true meaning of RFID, radio frequency identification. It stands for RFID. I received kind of words in front of me in Latin, and I believe that the words that I have received in front of me after my prayer to the Holy Spirit was in Latin, because Latin is a language that all the other languages of the world derive from. Therefore, I think that it came this way. Now take the RFID chip and remember that this technology is used in everything that we have concerning commercial life. Everything, like a ritual. So my translation that I got from the Holy Spirit, especially because I do not speak Latin, it is ritus filiorum intra diaboli. What does this mean in English? The ritual from those who have accepted the mark of the beast, and in this sense the children of the damned. Ritus filiorum intra diaboli means ritual from the children of the damned. That's it. Don't ask me why did I saw these words? I don't ask why. I just trust the Holy Spirit and what the Holy Spirit wants to tell me, and that He wants me to tell you. And I trust that. So now let's go to the technology which exists first. As I told you guys, the RFID technology results from the technology AIDC, Automatic Identification and Data Capture. The RFID derivates from the AIDC. Then I thought it has a connection, because before Lucifer establishes the mark of the beast, the technology, how the mark of the beast could exist, it has to come first. So it's exactly what happened. Now I received words again in front of my eyes, something like this. This is the way that I can describe what happened after the prayer. And I have other words again in Latin. I am quite sure that the A from AIDC stays for Antichrist. And now we have the word in Latin, Antichrist. The I stays for me from idea, from ideology, ideologie. The C in AIDC stays for me like the word in Latin for against, contra. And finally, the word D in AIDC stays for the Latin word for God, Deum. We have the translation from AIDC, Antichrist, ideologie, Deum contra. Let's put it in a correct form of grammatics, and then the result that we are going to have is Antichrist ideologie contra Deum. Antichrist ideology against God. And it can only be this, because the whole stuff is Lucifer's ideology against God. Now, from the ideology of the Antichrist against God, we have the result, the RFID chip, Ritus Filiorum Intra Diaboli. It's like he said, I will take your children apart, and I will make of them my children. And as soon as my children have taken the mark of the beast, my mark, they will be damned forever and ever. That's the thing. So now let's go to Revelation chapter 14, verse 9 till 11. Because now comes the question, what happens to those who will accept the mark of the beast? And the third angel followed them, saying with a great voice, if anyone has worshipped the beast, or his image, or has received his character on his forehead or on his hand, he shall drink also from the wine of the wrath of God, which has been mixed with strong wine in the cup of his wrath, and he shall be tortured with fire and sulfur in the sight of the holy angels and before the sight of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torments shall ascend forever and ever, and they shall have no rest, day or night, those who have worshipped the beast or his image, or who have received the character of his name.